Okay. So we're ready to go? Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Mega Man 3 Buster only, and in a no reset run, E-tanks can be very important, so we're going to start with the comfiest stage. To get an E-tank, hard man, no pits, no spikes. We don't have Shadow Blade or Magnet, so we're just going to despawn these giant bees. Not the bees, is what we say in Buster only. So we have to use Rush here. It's one of 4 places in the game where we have to use Rush, but I'm going to turn blue as soon as possible. There's a whole cult around Buster only called the True Blue Adherents, and we try not to cross even the slightest hole while red. You know, we try to get blue as soon as possible. It's not necessarily required, but it's a point of pride. Falling shot. Alright. Ah! Okay. Alright, and there's that E-tank that we wanted. Okay. We can't despawn this bee, so we just gotta go fast. And please do not judge this proto fight. That'll do. Okay. So we need a lot of health for this Almond City. We need a lot of health for this hard man fight. Because we will be getting punched quite a bit. Didn't even jump again. So, bosses in this game have 28 iframes, I think. So, obviously the mashing doesn't hit him every frame, but I want to make sure I get in as many frames as possible. So that's a nice comfy stage. Now we'll go to the least comfy of the 8 robot stages, Gemini, which has another E-tank. And if things go bad in the underwater section, we cannot call Rush Marine, even if we had it. So trying to fire shots that hit the enemies before they, so they're not on screen for very long. Because in Mega Man 3, the true #1 enemy is the lag. Game really challenges the capabilities of the NES, so we want to kill enemies as soon as possible so they don't congregate on the screen and slow us down and change our timing. Now, only 3 tadpoles can be on the screen at one time, so I'm going to free 3 that aren't in my way. I can't do that on this screen. At least I haven't figured it out yet. And here, I want to take less damage, and we have to wait on that dragonfly anyway, so... But this one, I'm just going to YOLO it, and fortunately a little penguin came out and spared me from that big penguin. Yes, that's a big penguin. Alright, here's Rush again for just a sec, so we can get up here. And I'll try this once, and if I die, I'll do it safe. And we'll get that E-tank. Woo! Alright. Speaking of things we'll try one time. So, Gemini Man, there's 2 of them, and each one has his own HP. So you can hit them one frame after the other. You don't have to wait. So I'm going to try and do a fast strat. One time, and then I'm going to stop. But if you watch Checkers or another Gemini first runner from back in the day, they will just wiggle back and forth and just knock out that clone, because once Gemini's collective health gets to half, one of them disappears. And so they will just go back and forth, but I would have gotten destroyed if I tried to do that. So that's a relief. No matter what category you're playing, Gemini Man is one you want to get out of the way. So just to say a little bit about Buster Only and how I got into it. I was a Mega Man 3 runner. It was my second speed game and the one I committed to most heavily. And then one day I was scrolling around the Mega Man leaderboard forums, rest in peace, and there was a rule set for Buster Only by FastAtCC. And very intricate, because of all the situations where you might think you need something but you don't actually. And it was full of things where he said, well, you don't actually have to do this, but it's what I do in my runs. And so like a gauntlet was laid down there, and it was just a great challenge to run this game Buster Only. I mean, so many of the bosses have 28 HP. You actually have to learn their movement patterns. 4, 5, and 6 are all great. Well, 4 and 5 are all great fun Buster Only. Sorry, Prizzy. But 3 is really fun Buster Only because you just have a single lemon at a time. It's a great challenge, and I kind of became obsessed with it for a while. Okay, so there's a beautiful strat here where you can deep boost through these guys, but... Oh, no. But Needleman can be a very damage-intensive fight, and I don't want to have to do it scared, so I'm going to try and save some health. So Needleman takes 28 hits, and what I want to do is stay close to him so he has a greater likelihood of throwing his head at me, because I want to keep him on the ground. Now, the head hurts a lot, but if he doesn't hit me with it, then we're fine. The needles do 4 damage, I think. It might be 3. But this is what I want, but I can't do this fight if I have low health because I'm scared of dying to a hit from his head. Alright, they do 3 damage. Thank goodness. Alright, so this is the stage where we will get the Rush Jet. Ultra powerful. We're not going to use it except in one stage where there's a big pit. Yeah. So the last scary stage in the 8 Robot Masters is coming up now. That's Doc Shadow. He's another fun fight. A lot of RNG. And then we can breathe until the Doc stages, which are really what this category is all about. Oh, he didn't jump high. Oh, jeez. Alright. Good proto fight. Let's go. Alright, left one. Alright, fastest favorite room. Gotta watch out for the explosion damage from those walking grenades. Perfect. Well, perfect for me. Oh, whoop, what? Alright, now, the second and fourth parachute are supposed to be free here, so... Okay. The others are RNG, so... Like, I could have slid under them if I'd known they were going to be that height, but their drop height depends on when you cross a plane on the screen. Shadow Man has 2 attacks. The slide does more damage, so I'm going to try to dodge the slide and hope he does a lot of it, and he's off to a great start. Oh, this is really good for me. Wow. And I spent... Oh, there's an extra hit right there. I spent a whole day trying to manipulate this fight, and don't think it can be done. There we go. Center kill. Cool. All right, the pressure's off now, which means now it's time to die. Oh. You have these existential crises as a Buster-only runner. Like, I'm kind of playing the game wrong. Mega Man's whole premise is he adopts other Robot Masters' powers and uses them, but it's fun. It's a fun challenge. All right. All right. All right, you can zip through this snake. I'm not good at it, so I'm just going to try not to get hit. Yes! Wow. Yay, alternate categories. Okay. So this jump is actually easier if you slide, because in Mega Man 3, as long as Mega Man's head is still touching the edge, you are in slide position, so you can get a little extra horizontal position by sliding before a jump. It's kind of counterintuitive. Oh, whoops. Oh no, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Oh man, I wanted to be on top of the hill so badly and lost 8 seconds? But I'm on top of the hill. Okay. Let's do Magnet Stage. No, let's finish with Magnet Stage, because Magnet Stage has a song. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, whoops. Alright, Spark. You're gonna jump around. We're gonna take damage off these little pellets because that big thing does a lot of damage. So we're just gonna take damage off the little thing, and then we can be in iframes from the big Spark. Oh, dude, jumpy. Alright, I'm not on top of the hill this time. Okay. Now we get to pretend we're a top first runner. There are 4 routes for Mega Man 3 NE%. And the most beginner-friendly route is Magnet first or Gemini first. Top first is preferred by people that really want to stick with it and stay current. And then Needle first is preferred by Eldra. And who? Oh, Infinite Mystery, that's right. Oh. And let's see if we can mash a cat. We can't. Alright, at least the last jump got me up there. So again, not a top first runner. Not used to mashing cats. But maybe we can mash this cat. Nope. This is an area I definitely need to improve. Oh, no. Alright, so there's a thing called top skip. Oh, no, okay. That's fine. It's better. So top skip saves 1 second. You float through that last top. It loses 1 minute if you die. 1, 2, 3. Oh, dang. Don't want to die. No, I should have been in the middle, but... Whew. Okay, and here comes the stage I should be best at, since I've played it thousands of times as a Magnet first NE% runner, but we'll see how it goes. Magnet Man. And there is a song. I wrote the first 2 lines, and then Bass Guitar Bill turned it into a whole thing, so after the proto fight, when it starts over, I will sing it as best I can remember it. Oh, no. Dun, 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 dun. Magnet Man, he has a magnet plan, and he'll smack you with the back of his magnet hand. His stage is filled up with Yoku blocks. His stage is quite unorthodox. First you jump over pits, then you go over this, until your brother quits. Jump through the floor with spits. Beware the walking eyes and all the springy guys. Don't get demoralized, be sure to change your slides. The last part's really fast to sing. This isn't live, so you can splice that out, right? No, not the song, the Yoku blocks. I fell right through the Yoku blocks. No, it's not. It's actually not. Oh, that's right. You got. I heard you. You got 3 PBs in 1 with Gimmick. Was it Gimmick? Yeah. You won't believe how many PBs this thing can hold. Alright. Magnet fight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, okay. Feeling very... Okay. Yo, that's actually the best pattern, because I can't break up another shield. Shield is faster, but I can only slide into him so many times. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so that's the 8 Robot Masters, and now for my major contribution to Mega Man speedrunning. This next stage, Dark Spark, has an enemy at the beginning that we used to have to use a weapon on. But I theorized that by using 50 2 or 3 frame perfect pauses, you could get past him. And then Casio Third found out you could do it in 2 pauses. So now we have to do it. Oh. Sorry, I didn't get the start button off in time. Alright, here we go. This is Ladder Bug. That's not Ladder Bug. Ah. So when you pause, you hover in the air. I'm not getting off the ladder, but I will. Alright, there we go. Woo! And you want to be playing on the Japanese version there, because on the English version, you come out of pause menu and you lose your iframes. So that's why that was so important. But yeah, shout outs to Casio Third for making that RTA viable. And it was discovered during probably the only Mega Man 3 Buster Only tournament ever. And we had people threaten to quit the tournament. Even though we didn't implement the rule, they were just so upset that they had to be coaxed into staying in the tournament. Alright. This is my worst fight. He can jump a little bit, a middle bit, or a whole lot, and I'm not sure what to do with him yet. Except hope he keeps jumping like this. Oh, not like that. It's a very slow fight. Get him. Okay. Alright. Now, health is important because we're going to fight Quick Man. And to anybody who knows anything about the game, I don't think I need to say anymore. Yeah, he's so quick and strong. And so I'm going to try and do this section damageless, which is a little slower, but it means I won't have to use an E-Tank. Yeah, okay. Alright, so don't slide, because this might give you a big drop and then you'll die. Wait, what did I just say not to do? Okay, so Quick, he does 8 damage, but his boomerangs only do 2. So I'm going to get hit by his boomerangs. I'm also going to jump over him a few times. It took me about 2 years playing this game before I felt comfortable jumping over Doc Quick. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. Alright. And you look at your health and you're like, I think I have over 8, but you can't know for sure. So, well, I mean, you could, but... Right, exactly. I suppose you could have a visual cue. Okay, so here's the thing about Buster Only. Let's say I game over. I don't get that E-Tank back, and there are no E-Tanks you can get without Rush in the dock stages. So that's a major choke point for, It's a major choke point when you're just, like, when you try to do your first, hey, I want to try Mega Man 3 Buster Only, and then you get to dock and you don't have enough E-Tanks. So beginners will usually grind a bunch of E-Tanks in Gemini. Hey, LV. Alright. So, Doc Wood fight. Yeah. He throws leaves at you to do 8 damage, while leaves are also falling from the ceiling. So you have to find a way to get around those leaves. And the way I used to do that was by pausing at strategic moments, because when you pause, you hover in the air for 10 frames while you reconfigure. And it sort of buffers the time you have over the leaves, but it's slow. So before I even knew I was going to do this run for NES Block, thank you by the way, I made these notes, I worked this out, and we're going to try and implement those, a bufferless fight here. A good start. Oh, that's fine. Alright. It's fine. That's not what I meant to do, but it's fine. That's fine, but I don't want to do the stage again, so we're going to use that other E-tank. 1, 2. Yeah. Alright, we're fine now, I think. Because we want health for the rest of the stage, too. Because Heat Man is another tough fight. So we're not going to damage boost these guys. We're going to mash them down. Whoa. Alright. Ah. Oh shoot, just stand, there we go. Just center yourself out, take the damage, don't get knocked in the hole. So Heat Man has 28 health, and it's a very slow fight unless you get the double hits. But if you get the double hits, he throws flames at you, and so this whole thing is going to be me keep him at arm's length. There, so this is a double hit. That's not a double hit. Basically, I want to keep a runway for myself so that the flames don't land on top of me. Oh, dang. Jump over him. Okay. This is important because I don't have any E-tanks now. I've used them all up, and I'm not getting any more until Doc Wily stage. Alright, so now into Doc Gemini. This is in any percent and Buster only. This is people's least favorite stage. Just a lot of pits, a lot of enemies. Really? Doc Needle. Yeah, I like Doc Needle. That's my breath of relief. I mean, stuff can still go wrong for sure. Yeah, because right. So every Doc robot has 28 health except Airman and Crashman, and they both have 14. So they're much comfier. Alright, so again, only 3 tadpoles on screen. Not really a wiggle. If you do a fast left-right, you can do a wiggle there. Keep those on screen, and corner jump! Oh, shoot. Got corner jump. Now, Flashman's he's hard to jump over, and there's a hill, so there's no other way except to play. I played on the English version for a while where he sprays a bunch of shots because it made it easier to get hit by his shot. But now that I know how to jump over him, I don't do that anymore. Also, the English version is super hard for Buster only because of that ladder, that bug ladder that we were looking at. Health is important here because we're going to have to do some deboosts in the underwater section. Hey. I have heard that by firing you do affect whether he shoots. I don't know the details on that, but you did see, yeah, you are onto something there that I have not explored. Alright, let's go for the fast strat on this next screen. I just figured this out the other day. Now my health is pretty low, so you might think I'm worried. And if I can't get off that ladder, I will be worried, but... So watch this. This is the secret strat. Oh, shoot. So Bubble Man's a fine fight, but you don't want to play it you don't want to play it overconfident. You don't want to just tank damage because you'll die, but you don't want to have to play it scared because you'll still die, but it will also be really slow. So you want to have a cushion. And you don't want to get hit by those bubbles because the bubbles do 4 damage. The pellets only do 2. So I want to get hit by pellets. But I need to be getting at least 2 or 3 shots into him. Alright, that'll do. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Right. Alright. And so again, these Robot Masters, if we can get to them, only have 14 health. So they'll be faster. And then we go off to Wily. Oh, dude. Up. Alright, so we have to use coil here. But we don't have to use coil here. So we're gonna mash this guy down. And that's just a preference that Fasta had. He didn't like to shoot enemies when he was red. It was just they're the same pellets, but it was good enough for Fasta. It's good enough for the True Blue, the Cult of True Blue. So with Airman, I'm going to try and get on the other side of the tornadoes as quickly as possible. There's a lot of lag in this fight, so mashing is a little bit unsatisfactory. And again, because we are True Blue, we're not going to fly over any enemies. Well, we'll fly over that one because we can't hit him anymore. Just an aesthetic choice that some of us make. It's not required for Buster only. It's a fun category. It's not about adherence to a strict set of rules. Except for that ladder bug. It's right up there on the leaderboards. Oh, so I'm talking too much, and I wanted to tell you that the screen wraps around, so you can hit things on the bottom of the screen by jumping high on the top. Instead of telling you, I showed you, and took some damage off that dragonfly. So let's just not take any more damage, and we'll be fine. This Met can get away from us really quickly. But he didn't. That's fake damage right there. It doesn't actually hurt us. But again, we cannot take any more damage. Oh. This is when I wish I had Cool Kids mashing. Because as you can see, he gets out of reach. So those needles do, Needleman's needles and the Hedgehog needles do 3 damage. Or Porcupine needles do 3 damage and not 4, and that saved my life twice. So Clash Man's pattern is basically what it was in Rockman 2, so if you know that, you'll have an edge on this fight. You only have to hit him 14 times. Woo! That was really good for me. Alright, and that's Doc Robots. So now we can go to Wily with an E. Just like in Mega Man DOS. Oh wait. First we have Dr. Willay. First we have to fight Proto Man or Breakman. Yeah. So Bad App introduced a strat where if you press pause at a certain point, Proto teleports, but your teleport animation is skipped, and you save 15 frames. But I'm not sure exactly when you're supposed to pause. Oh. Alright, so thanks again for the opportunity to do this. NES Block. Things are going to go really quickly now. I hope. So we will grab this E-Tank. We have no E-Tanks. We use them both. Now, at any percent, you would use this mint. Oh. Never mind. You want to get up the ladder so you can jump back on it, but there's a faster way to do that in Buster only than menuing. Alright, so this is another one of those things from Fasta's rule set. He's like, here's the way I do it, guys. You don't have to do it this way, but... Five-frame jump. That saves like 3 seconds. Yeah. Alright. Oh, dang. Yeah. So, RNG when the turtles are gonna come out. Oh, no. And yeah, we don't want that to happen. Okay, cool. All right. Best stage and Buster only coming up. Wily 2. Turtles in time. Oh, I almost switched to Shadow Blade. Whoops. Do 1 any% race last night and rot your brain. So this next part is another thing I read in those rules that Fasta posted that just said, made me think, I want to run this category. It just seems so weird. I want to give it a shot. So you'll see I don't despawn this bee, because I need these bees. This time the bees are my friends. They are creating a lot of lag though. And you could shoot a few of them. Not killing me. Alright, and now the Yellow Devil fight. 1 cycle and any %, I'll be happy if I get 5. I'm working to get down to 4, but I don't have the strat yet. I'm in the middle of de-rusting and improving. Oh, sick. So 3 jumps is really good because his eye is not open for very long on this cycle or the next cycle. And ideally you want to get 3 shots off per jump, but I'm happy to get 2. It's not a great jump masher. Cool. Alright, these are hard to dodge. And they do 8 damage. No! I took damage and that lost me a couple cycles, but I am on pace to get 5 cycle, which is fine. Because this doesn't happen between cycles 4 and 5, so it's not as big a time loss as, say, 6 cycles. 6 cycles would be an 18-second time loss. That's how long it takes for him to do this. Oh my god. Oh, shoot! I didn't know if I had 9. I mean, I got lucky. Because you have to do the whole stage again if you die, and nobody. I mean, the bees are fun, but we're on a schedule here. All right, coil again. Maybe it's more than 4 times you have to use coil in this run. And we'll go this route. There's the jump, and we'll try and do this jump too out of the corridor. Yep. And I guess we'll grab this E-tank because who knows what can happen. Oh, yes, absolutely. All right. Almond City? That's his set. Oh, it's impossible. I mean, it's not impossible to get both of them, but that's the word on the street. Now, these clones, I theorized it would be possible to kill them in 1 cycle, and then KLM actually did it in a practice once. But I'm gonna go for 2 cycles. Yeah, he just stood up there and knocked him down. Sick. So yeah, you don't know where the second one's gonna be. The first one's always at the top, but. And the worst is when I check the second one, and it is the second one, and I've already gone down to the third one. Okay, refights. This can be a sub 50, despite the 3rd try ladder. This can be a sub 50. I would be very happy with that. My PB is a 4709. Yeah, 4709. World record is 4509 by Cool Kid. Cool Kid decided he wanted to do Buster only, and he just obliterated many of the categories. 3 for 3. I watched his world record to try and learn some things, and I was like, oh, I can't match like that. So I need different things. All right, so this should be fun. Shout outs, I did once grind out the 8 Robot Masters Buster Only Challenge on the PC Legacy Collection world record. Well, world record is like 2 seconds, but you know how a Legacy Collection world records work. But then that's the same pattern every time, so it's not quite the same thing as this. And we'll grab the health because we want to fight Shadow Man yet. Next. And we need a lot of health in case he gives us some blades. Like that. This is a very different. Oh, there's the extra hit. Oh, that's bad. Alright, I will E-tank if I get down to 4 health. I'll be very salty with myself about it because I shouldn't have taken that slide hit, but we're fine now. Thanks, Shadow Man. So again, he can slide or throw blades, and I model my strategy counting on the slides since they do more damage. 1, 2, 3. There it is. There's the 3 cycle. And we save the cycle. All right, let's try and do this again. So the thing is, when you shoot one of them, the other one freezes where he is. So if he's up in the air, you're not going to be able to do that back and forth thing because he's super high. So you gotta shoot him strategically to freeze him strategically. All right, Needle Man. Hopefully a little less scary than the first one. And again, we're getting close, so he throws. He's not guaranteed to throw his head, but he's more likely to throw his head if we crowd him. Although you wouldn't know that from what you just saw. This is a great RNG. Okay. Cool. Wow. That's probably one of my best needle man fights ever. And we got full health just in time for Magnet in case he wants to hug us a lot. It's possible to disable his shield without taking damage, but it's very precise. And my name's kyleprecise, not very precise. And I don't know if I have 8 or 9 health. I have 9 health. I can pick up one more shield if he wants to go that way again. He does. Okay. And one more Robot Master. So you might think this is on pace for sub 50, and it is, but it's not that simple. The first time I tried to do a Buster only run, I grinded E-Tanks in Gemini, so I had 9 E-Tanks, and I got to Wily Machine, next stage, in about 2 hours. And then I tried to beat Wily Machine with no E-Tanks for 1 hour, and couldn't, and had to give up, and also I felt my arm felt the worst it's ever felt in my entire life. So what's hard about this is that right when you want to jump up, there's a tremendous amount of lag because the sprite is huge, and he shoots these little pellets at you. So you need a strategy. Also, we want to shoot this tank really fast to steal a cycle here. Before that leg goes down. Just got it. Okay, now, when that thing goes down, now the pros can get like 6 hits on a cycle here. They do 2 jumps, but like that. Wow. Okay. All right. The problem is if you throw too early, then your shots are going off screen and there's lag, so it's slow. And that's pretty swag. All right. And again, people are better at jump mashing, and then they can get 3 shots up there consistently. But this is really good for me. The slowdown actually helps you get more shots up there, of course. You don't have to mash as hard. Oh, damn. All right, one more hit was death. That's fine. Okay, this is going to be a 48. This is going to be within 2 minutes of PB. I'm very happy about that. And sub-estimate. More important. I was expecting it to take 3 hours. So unfortunately, Gamma's not weak to Buster. So this is an anti-climax. Oh, that was lucky. And so time is coming up. Time. Oh. Yeah. Thanks, El Rock. All right, so this is a pleasure. Thank you so much. NES Block, and